welcome to Plate Perfect, Cooking Made Easy. Today I'm going to show you how to make crispy and puffed puris. Puri is a famous breakfast recipe that can be served with potato sabji, chole or any side dish of your choice. So let's see how to make puris. In a bowl, I have taken 2 medium cups of wheat flour or atta. To this, I am going to add salt to taste and then mix it well till the salt is evenly distributed in the flour. Then add 1.5 tablespoons of yogurt. By adding yogurt, the puris will be crispy on the outside but nice and soft inside. Then mix thoroughly. Here I am adding 2 tablespoons of oil. The oil is going to help the puris to get a good crispy texture. Again mix thoroughly till the oil is well combined in the flour. The flour mixture should be smooth when you hold in your hand. It should hold its shape but yet fall apart easily. This means the flour and the oil is very well combined. Add warm water little by little and mix well into the flour. Make sure the water is warm and not cold. Avoid adding all the water all at once. You will not get the desired texture for the puris. I have taken a total of 3/4 glass of water to make the entire dough. Keep adding water little by little and knead thoroughly. We don't want a very soft dough for the puris. The dough should be slightly tight while kneading. Only then you will get a crispy and puffed puri. Adding too much water is going to make the puris soak in a lot of oil. For a total of 2 cups of atta or flour, I have taken 3/4 glasses of water and that is good enough. Knead thoroughly. I have kneaded the dough for about 15 minutes. Oh yes, it's a good exercise for your hands. Okay, so now our dough for the puri is ready. When you press the dough with your finger, it should be slightly soft, but not too soft. Apply little oil all over the dough so that it does not dry up. Cover the dough with cling wrap and keep it aside for 10 to 15 minutes. This will allow the dough to rest. Resting the dough will help all the ingredients to combine very well. The dough has been resting for 15 minutes. Now let's uncover the wrap and take a small portion of the dough, almost like the size of a small lime, and roll it between the palm of your hands, like how it's shown here. Similarly, you can shape the rest of the dough. For the 2 cups of flour that we had taken, we get almost around 12 to 13 puris. Cover the small portions with a cling wrap so that it does not dry up. Now let's start rolling out the puris. Apply oil on both sides. This will avoid sticking. Apply even pressure and roll out the dough on the rolling board using your rolling pin. Don't make the puris too thin or it will not puff properly. As you can see, puri is not very thinly rolled and neither is it too thick. Keep the rolled puris covered with a cling wrap or a damp cloth. In a pan, add enough oil to fry the puris. Make sure the oil is nice and hot. Now slide in the rolled puri inside the oil. It should completely submerge in the oil. With a spatula, apply slight pressure on the puri and move it in a circular motion. The idea is to allow small air bubbles to form and eventually puff the whole puri. Once the puri puffs up, flip it to the other side and fry till it turns golden brown. Splash oil little by little to the puri so that the sides also get cooked evenly. Now the puri is cooked well and puffed nicely. Remove and keep aside on a kitchen towel. And in the same way you can fry the rest of the portions. This is a foolproof method of cooking lovely puffed puris. Serve the cooked puris immediately with your favorite side dish. Enjoy cooking. Bye for now.